This year is like the first time that I've like actually just gone and done my own thing outside of school. Grease Pony band that we started maybe 6 months ago. Wanted to do something that we didn't have to play jazz standards that were like 60 years old. But I also think it's good that we do learn that stuff because it provides like a background and a tradition. I do have a hard time balancing it, but it's like a necessary part of being a jazz drummer. Practicing my own stuff, like this was like an hour today. I just sat down and decided to do it. It was good. I don't get to do that a lot though. But I wanted to kind of like see if I could fuse the gap between whatever I'm doing outside and whatever I'm doing inside. In high school, when I would come home from school and practice, I would sit down and just shed like one thing for a long time. It's like a meditation. I want to move down to New Orleans, or I might work on a cruise ship, but all I know is that I want to play music. Like, I'm definitely nervous about being able to make money doing it, but I've always thought that if you really want something, you just do it and make it happen. If you fail, you just start up again.
The reason I ended up at DU is kind of weird because I didn't apply to any other schools and I just always knew that I was going to go there, and then like subsequently found out that they had the best creative writing program in the nation. I actually find that with like workshops and things, like I'm more productive and more proactive. It's not as though I'm not motivated to be creative beyond the workshops, but I like the regimented direction that's offered. My balance is mostly found in the parameters that are set by my instructors. I find that like constraints and limitations are really inspiring and helpful. People kind of scoff at the idea, I think, of like, oh, like you're not going to make any money. But I think that those are the business type minds who are like more focused on accumulating that financial posterity. Sometimes I question whether it's like wise, because like what am I going to do with the creative writing degree? And so therefore I've decided to do like a bachelor master's simultaneous type program through the College of Education. Like, I'm not regretful, I just feel like I have needed to find various methods of pursuing it in a more socially conscientious way. We've been stressing the imagination in the elementary school classes, and that's like super stifled, I think, with the constant stimulation of like gadgets.
I don't know if it was ever really a choice, to be honest. Like, completely throwing myself wholeheartedly into art, which can be a bit of a gamble. I fell in love, and I knew that I wouldn't be as successful in any other field because I wouldn't be as passionate about it. I like to keep my personal art as like my own sort of thing, and the artwork I do for school or classes or what have you is just, I wouldn't want it necessarily to belong to other people more than it belonged to me. I find that once I got into the thick of it in terms of taking art classes here, I found that I couldn't separate my focus as much. I couldn't make time to do my own art because I was too preoccupied doing the art that was already required of me. I mean, at times I'm like, God, what was I doing? Like, freshman year, I, like, filled up sketchbooks doing stuff on my own, and all of a sudden it's like, where did that time go? It's that whole, like, right brain, left brain mentality of seeing things in a different way. To be able to teach someone to look at things in a different light, I think it's culturally and socially enriching. And I've never heard anybody say, like, oh, wow, I really regret taking that art class.